There's tying in baseball? Well, apparently there is in the Cape Cod Baseball League, guys. Connor Federico, Sam Corman, Jacob Tobey on the heels of the Wareham Gatemen and Falmouth Commodores 9-9 tie after 12 innings here tonight. Man, what a back-and-forth affair that this was, and the Gatemen offense really the highlight of their day-to-day.
Yeah, Luke Bonfield had a 3-run jack just over our shoulders, but, over there. It was very far. It was very, very far, and you like to see that out of him. We talk about his power coming out of Arkansas, but you see him coming here, hitting that home run. You saw Willie McIver hit another home run, a solo shot. That's good for him. Hadn't seen the power from him in a little bit. We saw his consistency, though, so it's nice to see his power as well, him getting on base. So, yeah, great night for the offense. I mean, what'd you have, over 18 hits, something like that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, usually Matt Feld said this after the broadcast, or on the broadcast, rather. Usually when you have 18 hits, you win the ball game, but tonight, not the case.
Yeah, and the Gatemen pitching staff, they had only let up 5 runs through 8 innings. Enter Josh Bro, pinch hitter in the 9th. He hits that 3-run shot, similar to where Luke Bonfield hit it in left field, and the game totally changes. What went wrong for the Gatemen pitching?
Well, it's just tough for Grant Wolfram to come in that situation in the 9th inning and you have a 3-run lead and give up those 2 base runners and then the 3-run home run. I mean, he just didn't seem like he was mixing his pitches up that much. He was kind of just throwing fastballs in there. And, Bro is a really good hitter and fresh off the bench, hasn't played that whole game. It was a long game,
hard.
too.
Yeah.
To come off the bench and hit a 3-run jack,
it is very
that's
hard. But he also came up and he was just swinging as hard as he possibly could.
That's right.
He was going for it. That's why they put him up there. They were like, all right, you're a slugger. You're going to go up here and you're either going to strike out or you're going to hit a 3-run home run. And that's what happened. He hit a 3-run home run. Pretty impressive, honestly, from Josh Bro. He's a community college guy. We talked about him before. And he's a community college guy, but he came here and he's done incredibly so far for the Falmouth Commodores. So,
and the thing about Grant Wolfram was he wasn't even scheduled to pitch tonight. So now you're in the bullpen warming up. Oh, I'm not supposed to pitch tonight. Now you have to work a little bit harder because you weren't ready.
Yeah, and the same thing with the guys in extra innings as well. You saw the Gatemen took a 9-8 lead in the 10th, and then they blow it in the bottom half, and that's tough for the bullpen in those later innings.
5 home runs tonight by each of these 2 teams. 2 for the Gatemen, 3 for the Commodores. We'll send it to our Claudia Chakamian, who's with Coach Don Sneddon. Claudia.
Thanks, guys. I'm Claudia Chakamian with head coach Don Sneddon. Coach, first of all, that interference play in the 11th with Tristan Pompey, what was going on and what were your thoughts about that?
Well, the umpire said he called time. And if that was the right call, I didn't see him call time. I didn't see him call time earlier in the game either, and he said he did. So that's unfortunate that happens. But it was the correct call if indeed he called time.
What were your thoughts during the 9th inning and as the game progressed in those extra innings? Like, what did you want out of your bullpen hitters or bullpen pitchers and your hitters?
Well, we needed to finish a game, and we didn't do it, and it's the second time against them. But that's how you learn and improve, and hopefully I just was telling the players right there, we just need to improve and get better. We had a chance to win that. We could have we had runners at second and third. I forgot what inning that was, and no outs, and we didn't score. If we would have scored, we would have won the game.
Yeah, so not, like you just mentioned, not the best luck in extra innings. So you never want to end up the game in extra innings, but how can you guys work to improve yourselves so if you end up in extras, you'll do better?
Well, I mean, it comes down to win the 9th inning, and I was just proud of the way we competed. I mean, we threw a runner out the winning run at the plate, so to keep it into extra innings. So they didn't roll over, and that's an important part for these guys. They're learning, and that was a great learning game for us. I don't like losses, and ties aren't my favorite thing, but it's better than a loss.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, the positives. So what other positives did you see from your team in today's game?
Roach came in and threw 2 perfect innings right there. He did a great job, and we come through there, and Fritzy came in and pitched 2 good innings in there, so those guys are coming around, so hopefully we can build off of that and just keep improving for the rest of the summer.
And when I spoke to some of the players before the game, they said, they felt recharged after those off days. You had the rain out last night, so do you think having that extra day helped them at all?
Well, I mean, you score a lot of runs. It obviously was a hitter ballpark tonight, and they hit home runs, we hit home runs. I mean, it was like a prize fight. It went all 15 rounds, and it was a draw at the end. So nobody's going home happy.
And, this was a tie. So what do you want to see tomorrow moving forward? Because you had 2 straight wins coming into this, and this isn't a loss. So.
Well, I mean, we're competing, and that's all I'll ask from them. I told them every game we just compete and we see what happens. We'll look at the scoreboard later. So I was just proud of the way they competed. A lot of teams could have just rolled over when that happened, but we didn't, and we learned from that, and I think we're a little bit better as a result of that.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Claudia. And now the Gatemen, they have that little 1 next to their name in the tie column. They move to 10, 11, and 1. What does this mean in the West Division?
Well, they'll stay third place. They're 21 points, 1 point shy of Falmouth and Bourne, who are tied for second place with 22 points. Bourne lost tonight to Katuitt, so Katuitt still stays at first. It's jam-packed here. Hyannis beats Orleans on an upset tonight. It's going to be fun going down the stretch.
And what about the Gatemen's opponent for the Sunday 5:30 game, the YD Red Sox?
Well, YD certainly remembers losing 4-0 back at Spillane Field last week, and I'm sure they're going to come in and be a pretty competitive team, especially after a loss today to the Chatham Anglers down at Veterans Field in Chatham. They lost on a grand slam late in that game, and that grand slam put Chatham ahead by 4, and that was it. That was the end of the game. So we had a great game here in Falmouth. They had a great game out there in Chatham. So it's going to be tough for both these teams to come out after the games they played today and to play a good one tomorrow. So it'll be interesting at Spillane Field tomorrow.
The Gatemen, they haven't lost in their last 3 contests. They tie tonight 9-9 against the Falmouth Commodores. For our Claudia Chakamian, Sam Corman, Jacob Tobey, I'm Connor Federico. Have a great night.